Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. I want to make sure when I come on, you should hear me just fine. There we go. Hello, Donna. Can you hear me okay? I think you can. I just want to make sure before I keep talking. Awesome. Thank you. Well, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And anybody that comes in, just come on in. Or if you're watching the replay, I'll go ahead and get started, especially for those watching the replay. So, hello, Gina. I want to welcome you to Barbara Stamp Pad. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. And I am live on Sunday afternoons in order to show you what you can do with your Stampin' Up! Products. Hello, Stella and Shannon. And thank you for sharing, Donna. And I also post pre-recorded videos on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. So if you're into scrapbooking, you might want to check some of those videos out. We are going on a year and probably 9 months of me doing that. So there's a lot of different layouts out there for you to watch and get some inspiration. But that's what we're here for. We're here to give you some inspiration, show you what you can do with the products, and just hang out on a Sunday afternoon. So hopefully, wherever you are doing fine. It is sunny here in San Antonio. It rained yesterday, and I'm loving the cooler weather. Like, I can deal with this particular kind of weather, but when it gets like into the 70s and 60s, that's where I start having problems with my Raynaud's. So I'm kind of loving this right now. But I have been running ragged all morning long, and the front of my shirt is still wet. Because I fed the kittens. Y'all, this is funny. I fed the kittens literally like 20 minutes ago. But when I was making their milk in the kitchen sink, for some reason, like literally, I don't know where my head was. I think I was just in a hurry. I was cleaning one of the bottles, one of the nipple on one of them, and it slipped out of my hand, and it fell into the garbage disposal. And I was like, oh no, I don't have time for this. And don't ask me. I don't know why. But guess what I did? I turned on the garbage disposal instead of the light in order to figure out how am I going to get this thing out before it's all yucky. Sorry about that. Yeah, I turned on the garbage disposal and I'm like, I do not need this. Satan, today is not the day. And so I was able to fish it out with some tongs and I cleaned it really, really, really good with some hot water. It didn't tear up any of the nipple part. So I was like, okay, we're good to go. So I was able to finish feeding them. But in the meantime, I got water splashed all over the front of me and my shirt is still drying. So yeah, but I do have another baby. Oreo's sleeping. He's in a milk coma right now. And we got another baby yesterday. So if any of you follow my San Antonio Foster Kittens page, the other baby, we think we've named him Leo. He's about a week older than Oreo. So we're really hoping that after this week of quarantine that we can put them together and that they play good together and they socialize with each other together. They're pretty much still on the bottle, so they can be on the same feeding schedule. And then next week we're going to start working with slurry or some wet food to see what they'll take. So welcome. Hello, Pat. Thank you for sharing. Hello, Denise and Diane and Terry, my friend from Colorado. And yeah, how cute. Yeah, we're thinking about naming Leo. Chris is still kind of all over the place with what we're like the official name. We're still changing it as of like 2:00 in the morning. So But we're going to go ahead and get started because I have a lot that I want to share with you guys. So we're going to get started with, let me find my banner. I want to welcome, I don't see Bev in here, but she might pop on later. But Scrap and Stamp with Shannon is one of my mods. So if you have any questions throughout the demonstration, feel free to ask in the comment section, and either Bev or Shannon will help answer them for you. So they're the ones that are going to be monitoring the chat while I'm doing this, because I can't always look at the chat while I'm demoing, because y'all know I have my squirrel moments and I will get off on a tangent. So Terry's, are you going to Onstage in November? Terry, yes and no. I am I registered for the one in Arlington, but I'm not going. Like, I know I'm not going because that's the weekend before my huge Christmas showcase here in San Antonio. And I know that I'm going to be doing some last minute stuff. And I didn't want to miss out. I had FOMO, fear of missing out. And so I went ahead and registered, and I already told Stampin' Up, hey, I registered, but I'm not going to be there. And then I designated Robin to be my demo to pick up all my goodies, because I want the new catalog. I want all the goodies. I want all of that. And for me, the price of that on stage was so worth it, because that's just how I roll. I don't want to miss out, so I'll pay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me get up this our first little announcement. I wanted to make sure everybody knew we have weekly deals, you guys. If y'all have not had an opportunity to check out the weekly deals, all this month of September up until September the 28th, Stampin' Up is going to have weekly deals that run from, the first one is the 1st through the 7th. And there's a lot of stuff on there. In my event description, there is a link that has a PDF that will tell you everything that's on sale this week. And there's the Splendid Designer Series paper, the craft notes and cards and envelopes, the brushed brass butterflies, which we're going to be using today, the classic matte dots, summer shadow dies, brushed metallic adhesive back dots, craft gift boxes, the craft paper, the round and square brads, the linen specialty paper, the pale papaya open weave ribbon, and the Snowfall Accents puff paint. And y'all, these are some pretty good savings on here. So if you haven't had a chance to go check that out, make sure you go check out the link. You can go straight to my online store and it will be on there. That actually is the best place to go because that's going to be the most updated information of what's available. And then on the 8th, it'll change again until the 14th. And then on the 15th, it'll change again until the 21st. And then it'll change again on the 22nd. And then the sale ends September 28th. So make sure you check those out. You might have to put in weekly orders, but it would probably be worth it for the savings that you're going to get. And then don't forget September 10th, which is in 6 more days. That is our subscription period. What am I trying to say? The subscription end date for our Paper Pumpkin kit for October, which is Spooky Treats. So if you're into Halloween, make sure you subscribe on or before the 10th, or if you want more than one box, you can log into your account, change how much you want, or if you're not into Halloween and you want to just skip this month, make sure you go in there on or before the 10th to pause your subscription so that you don't get charged for a box and get a box that you don't want. Okay. And then that's just the Spooky Treat. This is another Spooky Treats one that I had that told a little bit more. And then on October the 1st is World Card Making Day. And Stampin' Up has a free virtual event that you can register for and follow along. There's a link in the event description that will tell you the products that are going to be used for the day. And it goes from, I want to say it said 2 to 5. I didn't write it down here, but I want to say it's from 2 to 5. And if you happen to buy any of the bundles that are being used for the event. So they're using the Cottage Rose bundle, the Cottage Wreaths bundle, and the Warm Welcome bundle. If you buy any of those bundles, you're going to get a free accessory, which is the iridescent pearl basic jewels. And I've already have my order in, and it automatically added the jewels to my order. So yay. So that is October 1st. If you want to register for it, I will be there. And then I think this is the last one. Yes, last but not least, my fall weekend retreat. There are still 5 more days before registration is closed. There is 1 spot still left for the live event, and there is unlimited to go. And the to-go option is $106. You're going to get your 8 make and takes, your 5 pillow gifts, your $50 Stampin' Up! Goodie bag that's going to have $50 worth of Stampin' Up! Stuff in it. And for $106, that includes shipping directly to your door or wherever you get your mail. So 5 more days. The event link description is in the event description, in this event's description. So there's still time. There's still time. And then after that, it'll be closed for registration. And then that's when all the fun starts to begin, the last 30 days right before the retreat. All right, so let me hide that. And then let me show you, let me move this out of the way. Kind of went crazy last month, but last month's monthly online class free kit in the mail, it was the 4 cards using the Hello Harvest bundle. Ooh, that was sticking. I'm trying to get these where y'all can see them. So it was the free kit in order to make these 4 cards. There we go. Think y'all can see them? Yeah, y'all can see them. I made extra packets. I have 3, 4, 5. I have 6 extra packets left over. So if anybody wants them, just like last month at the end of the month when I had extra kits, I'm just going to let you know I have extra kits. So if you want to still get those, you can. They are $10 plus shipping. So if you want, let me get to the comments. If you want any of these kits, just claim it in the comments section. And I'm going to see if I can write them down as they're claiming them. Okay, so Gina wants a kit. Thank you, Gina. We'll square up later. No biggie. Terry never got that stamp set. Diane wants one. Okay, when I start to see that nobody's claiming them, then I'll kind of go on. But I think what I'll do is go like in the order because it timestamps in the chat. And then when I'm done with the video, I'll just go back and look at the comments. Can you show them again real quick? Yeah, sure. Where'd I put them? I'm telling you, y'all, if I can lose stuff real quick. So this is, there's one of them. And then there's the other one. There we go. And then there's that one. Oh, let me see if I can hold it up. And then there's that one. So there's 4. And on the kits, they're still packaged, ready to go. They have the link to the tutorial and the QR code so that you can get to the tutorials and then in the video. So if you're a visual person with putting things together, it'll link back. There's a link on there for the video that I did at the beginning of the month. So hello, Roberta. I don't know if you're talking to me, Terry. I don't see a Barbara Welch, but maybe you were typing with your voice. All right. So if you still want one, go ahead and just claim it in the comment section, and then I'll get those put away. me get those off to the side. Or if you're watching the replay and you see that maybe some are still available, just claim it in the comments. So let's go ahead and let me flip this camera so we can give away some prizes. We got prizes that we need to do. Let me show you that there. So let's share. Oh, I need to tell you what we're doing. So, okay, so this past Wednesday, when I pre-recorded the scrapbooking video, I forgot to do the drawing. I forgot to pull the name. So I have 2 wheels that I need to do. And because it was my bad, I kind of felt bad. I wanted to give like an extra nice prize for this past Wednesday's drawing. So what I'm going to do for this past Wednesday is whoever wins. So if you liked, commented, or shared this past last week's Wednesday scrapbooking video, you're going to be on the wheel. And I pulled a chamois and a case. So we're going to give away a chamois for the drawing that I should have done Wednesday. And then we have last week's cards that we're going to do. And Stella's claiming one. Okay, I got you down, Stella. Thank you. Hello, Cindy from Central California. Terry, you're so funny. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's share. And I've been running around all morning long, and I have this little drip happening here. Share screen. Share screen. And 8:24. Is that it? I should have put on here scrapbooking. Let me double check. I think that's it. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is the right one. 8:24 was the drawing, and let me shuffle these. I didn't change my wheels, the sound it makes, and then like at the end from like Monday's little quick live when I did the. So let me just keep shuffling these a little bit. Y'all, and my brother is on here, and I think he just liked the video just to like it, but I think I still added him on here because like fair was fair, but he doesn't craft. So if he wins, I'm just gonna like redraw. I think he was just being nice. All right, I think that's enough shuffling. All right, let's spin this. Go. Who is that? Jess Thorpe. Check you out. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Chamois prize goes to Jess. Awesome. Yay, Jess. Okay, so let me close that window because the next window is going to be for last Sunday's drawing. And I don't know if y'all can see me on a second little screen, but if you can see me, if you remember last week, I cased the catalog, and these are the 2 cards. I'm just going to show them because I think you can see these. These are the 2 cards that I cased from, I believe it was page 24 out of the catalog. And we're going to give those away, but let me shuffle. If you are new and watching me, just so you know, when you like, comment, or share any of my videos that you watch, you get entered onto the wheel for the weekly prizes. And if you share my video, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, I'm just going to keep shuffling while I'm talking, you get entered onto the wheel twice. But you have to come back into the comment section and type that you shared it so I can give you that extra credit, just because of Facebook. And it's mainly Facebook, like privacy settings. Sometimes we don't always see everybody that shares. We only see a few people. All right, so that's enough shuffling, and let's spin for that, for last week's cards. And then we'll get started on our demo. Patricia Chat. Congratulations, Patricia. I think she won recently. So I think I have your email, your mailing address. So I'm pretty sure she won like the week before. But congratulations, Patricia. Let me stop sharing and get back into some StreamYard here. Close that window. There we go. So yay. All right, let me see if Terry wants to know. Let me go through a few comments before I get started. Do you know how many of your scrapbook kits will fit in one shipping box? I think it depends on what package I put it in. I have like 12 by 12 mailers. And I think only like maybe 2 or 3 might comfortably, because I can usually fit like one pack of designer series paper, but because there's some bulk to the scrapbook pages, I'll have to use different packaging. But I know Priority Mail has 12 by 12 packaging, and oh my goodness, if I had to guess, I'm guessing on that particular package, I would say a good 10 layouts would probably fit in that particular package. So I'd have to play around with them, but I know they have a 12 by 12 because it's a little bit more. It's like 12 and a quarter by 12 and a quarter by several inches. And so I know because I've mailed 12 by 12 before, and I believe the large flat rate box will fit a lot. In fact, I want to say the large flat rate box may pretty much fit all of the ones that I have. Let's just say it that way. So thank you for asking. Hello, Jess. Congratulations. You won. You won a chamois and a case. So yay. All right. And thank you for sharing, Jess. All right. So let me switch cameras so we can get started, because I want to show you what we're doing so we can get started here. Let me switch my cameras. Let's switch so we can see what we got going here. All right. So it's a new month, which means a new class kit to go. I took away my monthly class kit date on my calendar, and I'm just going to offer them like to go. But if anybody that's local wants to come to an open crop date to complete their kit, they can do that. Okay. So we're going to get started, and I want to share with you. Let me share with you what I'm working with first. Okay. We are going to be working with the Ringed with Nature bundle. Now, this particular bundle set includes a hybrid embossing folder. And what I mean by that is in the dies, this large die right here coordinates with the embossing folder. And when you put this in, there's little grooves. Which one is it? Hold on. There it is. It's the top one. There's a little groove in your embossing folder where this sets in. And you want to make sure you put the cut side on the inside. So when you put your piece of cardstock through it and you run it through your die cutting machine, your die cutting embossing machine, it will emboss and die cut out these pieces, these tree ring pieces. You can use this embossing folder without the dies in order to just emboss your paper. Okay, so that's what the bundle is. The entire bundle includes the stamp set, the hybrid embossing folder, and the stamps. And I'm going to leave these stamps out because I forgot to mount in the last minute, I forgot to mount my stamps. And I'm going to need to mount some stamps here in order to stamp my sentiments. So let me put this back. Come on now. All right, so And then let me share with you. Okay, so celebration is over. We all know that. But with the Ring with Nature, I have several packs of the paper. Y'all know this paper. This was what was free with the $50 purchase up until August 31st. I'm going to show it just because it's pretty. And I only have one little card of sheet of that one left. But y'all remember this paper. And then the flip side to that was this. Let me get this little piece there. Was the other side. So when you place an order of at least $25 on my online store using that host code that's scrolling across your screen, you're going to get a free kit in the mail. Okay, this is what they look like. Everything is already cut for you, die cut for you, embossed. You have your card bases. If there's any accessories that you need, they are in there as well. The only thing I can't do is the stamping. And if you don't have the Ring with Nature stamp set, you can certainly substitute whatever you have. I mean, literally, you can substitute, but that's the free kit in the mail with a $25 order. If your order is $50 or more, put that off to the side. If your order is $50 or more, I'm going to give you a free pack of the Ringed with Love Designer Series paper, a new 12 by 12 pack. That way you can make even more cards. And that's what I'm doing this month in lieu of like a coordinating accessory, unless I happen to run out of the paper, and then I'll switch it and I'll have to let that person, whoever the first person is that I ran out on. But that's what I'm going to do with orders of $50 or more. You're going to get a free package of the Designer Series paper. So you're really getting a lot in order to make your cards. All right. So I needed some inspiration. Like literally, I needed some inspiration. I've been busy lately and I was just like, what am I going to do for this month? Okay. Well, I'm going to let you know. I had an idea that popped in my head. And I was like, you know what? I get a lot of happy mail. And so I want to use that opportunity to kind of just showcase some of the happy mail that I get. And I show y'all from time to time when I get happy mail. And so what I did is I went through all of my happy mail and I took some samples of cards that I had gotten. And this one comes from Beverly Long, and Beverly's in Oklahoma. Okay, I had gotten this a while back, and I really liked that that whole project kit, this cactus project kit, and so I wanted to reproduce it. But of course, that a lot of this is retired already. And so I was like, well, what can I do? What can I do? So I actually, with the Rings of Love Designer Series paper, I recreated my version of that card. So Beverly gave me inspiration for this card. And the reason why is because on this piece here, you can see both pieces of Designer Series paper. So we don't have to cover up the back. Isn't that cool? So we're going to do that one really, really quick. Let me set that off to the side. And I have all my pieces ready. And this is kind of an odd base, but it's a normal base, but there's a little bitty lip right here that I had to, I'm using my bone folder just to burnish that edge a little bit. Okay. And then we are breaking out, oops, sorry about that. We're going to break out the glue, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. So we want to put glue just on the edge, okay? You don't want to put too much all over because this piece of Designer Series paper is not going to touch all of that, okay? So I'm going to lay this right here on the front. Now you can pick whatever piece you want to put on the front. I happen to like this piece, and you do have to make sure you're putting it down in the right direction. Okay, so I'm going to line this up with my edge. This is a way you can make sure that it's going to close properly. Line that up with your edge, and then once it's straight on there, then just take that and then just give it a little pressure. Now, I decided not to do the whole ribbon around that piece like Beverly's card, just because I just didn't want to fool with ribbon. I didn't want to fool like with ribbon, you know. And then in your kit, you're going to have a piece like that. And then, did I not cut a little piece for mine? Doesn't look like I cut my little white piece. Uh-oh. All right, let me get a piece of white cardstock. And I want to say this is, what is this? Okay, let me cut a little piece. I don't know if it fell out or if I just didn't cut it. So we're going to have to cut a little piece so we can stamp. All right, so we got a little piece here, and we're going to be stamping in Night of Navy. We're going to be stamping Get Well Soon. So let me get my Get Well Soon. Get that mounted. This is the part I didn't do before. There we go. So Get Well Soon. I'm not going to worry. Well, I probably should go ahead and get it. Get the edge of my Stampin' Pierce mat out. So when you're working with photopolymer, you want to make sure you have a good strong surface underneath. And if you don't, you want to put your Stampin' Pierce mat like underneath it so that it gets good. You get a good stamp out of that. And oh, you know what? I'm going to stamp the back. Let's see. We got limited edition. Let's do this one. Let's do a paper hug. Paper hug for me. We got to stamp the back, you guys. And then on your piece of basic white, I'm using limited edition. I'm using a paper hug for me this time. Sorry about that. That's going to happen. So let's get this and stamp the back. There we go. All right. So if you have anything that you need to stamp on the inside, I would suggest that you stamp or write whatever you want on your basic white piece before you go putting it on the inside of your card. Okay. So we're going to get a little adhesive on the back of this. And put this on the inside. I don't know what that was. Try to get that off later. Okay, like on the front, we're going to get some adhesive on the back of that. We're going to mat this piece on. By the way, this die is from the scalloped contour dies. It's the smallest one in the bunch. And then we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back. I'm going to set that right there. And you're going to have 2 6-inch pieces of twine in your kit. And we're going to make a double bow. So I'm going to line those up. Make a double bow. Okay, let's start over because I got that all like entangled. Trying to find my. Can I get it? Can I get it? Yay, I got it. And now my bow's a little awkward, but that's okay. I might trim those edges there. All right, and we're going to get a glue dot on the back. And I wonder who's going to be the next card that gave me some inspiration. I'm going to trim that because that one end is like too long. So let me trim this side. There we go. All right. And then I had, what did I do with them? They're right here. I have two little, they're so tiny. I have two little butterflies, these brushed brass butterflies, which are on sale. Let me see, what are they? These are, I got it right here because I got a printout. These are normally $10 and they're on sale for $8. Okay, and then we're just going to put some kind of, it might be a little hard to see on the card, but come on. And then the other one, I'll put kind of just, I don't know, up here. That'll work. All right, so there is card number 1, and let me pull Beverly's card back just to show you kind of side to side what gave me the inspiration. So Beverly, if you are watching, I don't know if you're on right now, but if you're watching the replay, thank you for the inspiration. And this is card number 1 that's part of this month's free kit. So let me set that aside so we can get started on card number 2. And let me get all my pieces out. Lots of pieces here. And then do I have any accessories? No, we're good. All right, so card number 2. Y'all remember, I got this card not too long ago from Shannon. So Shannon, you gave me some inspiration for my card number 2 this month. And this is my version with the Ringed with Nature bundle. So we're going to be doing this one now. So there we go. Let me put that off to the side. Put that right there. We have a soft suede base that we are working with. And almost lost my bone folder. Oh, there it is. I went ahead and cut the embellishments and put them in my kit. All right, let's stamp the back. What are we doing? We are using, you know what we're using? I'm going to stamp the back in Night of Navy so it shows up, because the sentiment on the front is crushed curry. And I know it'll show up, but I want it to really show up. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we have our inserts. So whatever you got on the inside, stamp it before we put this piece down. Go ahead and get this out of the way before I end up using this piece. Okay. And then I have a piece of Night of Navy that we're going to put down over here on the left-hand side. This piece has been embossed with that Tree Rings embossing folder. And we get some glue on the back here so it really sticks to this cardstock. And we're going to mat this. So we want to make sure we leave a 1/4 inch from the top, the left, and the bottom. Okay. And then just give it a little rub so that glue and that soft suede cardstock can kind of, it lays flat. Okay. And then I did use the same piece of designer series paper that Shannon had on her card. And I used in the scalloped contour dies is this scallop die that has this little stitching on the edge around the die. And I used that. Okay, so we're going to put that down. I'm just going to go ahead and use glue since I have that out. And then let me get around these little scallops. And then we're going to overlap that. Now in your kit, this is a little bit longer just so that it overlaps and it's there's no issues with anything showing. So, and then we're going to move this one into place, leaving a 1/4 inch on the top right and the bottom. Okay, so just give it a little rub. Now, you're also going to have I used the heart punch pack on this one, and the scallop has been punched in Night and Navy, and then I have a basic white, the smooth edge, and we're going to stamp in crushed curry, love and warmth, and let me get that stamp and mount that one. There it is. Let's put that on there. Oops. I think y'all can see that. And then ink that up with some crushed curry. And stamp that in the middle. Perfect. And that's all the stamping on the front. I'm only using 3 colors in this particular kit. And then let's get some adhesive on the back of that. And we're going to map this on the scalloped punch. Go. And then let me put 2 dimensionals on here. And we're going to put this one kind of right there. And then let me go ahead and put this little fella on there because I am going to lose it. I'm going to lose them. But there's a brushed brass butterfly. I probably should have cut these a little bit more. Hold on. Oh, he already came off. I'm going to put one right there. Kind of just right in the middle. Trying to center him, but that'll work. All right, and then you also have another 2 6-inch strips. Actually, this is not linen thread, but in some kits there might be linen thread just because it's really close to this one. This is the crumb cake that comes from the combo twine pack that has the basic white and the black and the gray granite and very vanilla. How can I do these today? I still had I had 2 full rolls of this, and so I was like, let me go ahead and use that. But if I run out, we can certainly switch to linen thread because either one of them is going to match. Either one of them will work. Okay, so let me get a glue dot on there. Just going to stick that right there. So we got a little bow. And that is card number 2. When I did my sample, I used a large one, but in my little kit, I threw in a little small one just to have a little small one there. But that is card number 2. Let me do it this way. The one I just did. And then that was Shannon's card that I got. So thank you, Shannon, for the inspiration. You inspired me for card number 2 for this month's kit in the mail. So yay. So we put that aside. And let's see, who inspired me for card number 3? Get all my little pieces out for card number 3. I got a big butterfly going there. Let's see. Let me take a sip of my tea real quick. All right, so this card came from, I don't think she's on right now, but I know she watches the replay. But this is from Joanne Rinker from New York. She sent me this particular card, and I really liked the designer series paper in that pack that had the mushrooms. I don't know, there's just something fun about colorful mushrooms. So Joanne inspired me for this card, and let me show you my version. I turned it sideways because of the sentiment that I used. I tried to keep it vertical, but it just wasn't working for me because I decided to add the little greenery elements to this. So anyway, so this is a landscape card, and let me set that aside, and then we will put this one together. And let me tell you, I had, when I was doing the tutorials, I was like, these are so stinking easy, the tutorials to write. So these are one of the easiest cards. And I gotta clean my paper hug because I'm gonna stamp the back of this one in Poppy Parade. Okay. So I'm gonna stamp the back of it in Poppy Parade, and I re-inked my Poppy Parade. So hopefully this stamps like it's supposed to. That'll work. So let me leave that out because I'm going to need that here in a minute. Okay, so on this side, we have a piece of this designer series paper. Look how fun that is. So if anybody was able to get their hands on this designer series paper, you got some inspiration here to finish using it up. Go. And we'll flip this over, and we're going to put this down first. Let's put that. And then we have a couple of scallop dies here. This particular one is going to go directly onto the designer series paper right in the middle. So let's going to get that in the middle. Okay. This one, we're going to be stamping on this one, and that one's going to be Thinking of You. Let's get that on there. Let's get that inked up with some Poppy Parade. And that should be good. And on this one, we're going to stamp over here on the right hand side, like in the center. Perfect. And let me close this Poppy Parade. And then we're going to put on this one, we're going to put this one up with dimensionals. Okay. And one more. All right. All right, we're going to put this on. We're going to put this on in the center of this piece of Poppy Parade cardstock. Go. And then I have 3 of these Leafy Die Cuts. These will already be die cut for you in the kit to go. You can get this as a class kit to go with the option of, where I put that one? I put that one in the middle. Oh, let me put that on last. Let me put these other 2 on. You can get this class kit to go. If you want to just buy the class kit, you can get it to go. You can earn it for free with your online order of at least $25 or more. Don't forget, if it's $50, you're going to get a package of the paper so you can make more cards. There we go. I want to do that. And then I want to put this one in the middle. But I also want to put a glue dot because I want to make sure that this is not going to come up on anything. I'm going to put a glue dot behind that one just to help it sit down a little bit. Okay. And then you're going to have 3 basic jewels in your kit, and they could be different sizes, just so you know. I think on my sample, I've got like a small, medium, and large one, but like on here, I just have like 3 little small ones. And then we've got, where's my twine? Where's my pieces? I probably forgot to cut pieces for those. Hold on. me just cut a couple of pieces real quick. Where's my ruler? I'll cut a couple of pieces here. Just do a piece like that, and then I'll cut it in half. There we go. All right, and then we're going to do another double bow. I don't know. There's something about double bows. I just like double bows. They have more oomph to them. You know what I mean? That one's kind of crazy a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to trim that little edge off, and then we're going to get, you guessed it, another glue dot. I'm going to get a glue dot, and we're going to cover it up right here in the center. Put that right there in the center, and then let me trim this little edge off there. And then that's going to be card number 3. And let me show you. Oh, hold on. I had a butterfly. Let me get this butterfly off of here. There's a large butterfly. See if I can get him on here. I'm just going to stick him on the leaf, kind of like right there. There we go. So on that one, you're going to see pearls and then one butterfly so that you can put one on there. And that's totally optional. You don't have to put them on there, but they'll be included in your kit. So this is Joanne's vertical version of the card that I just did. And then I flipped it on its side and kind of changed it just a little bit. But thank you, Joanne, for being my inspiration for card number 3's class kit in the mail. Free kit in the mail. Awesome. We'll put that aside. And then we have one more. And let's see. This one has a lot of pieces to it. Lots of pieces. And I don't know if she's going to watch the replay or not, but y'all remember I got this one not too long ago. This one was from Cindy, my friend Cindy in Virginia. She sent this one. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this piece of basic white is embossed. There you go. It's embossed. Okay. So basically, I kind of got the same idea to do a layout. And this card's going to be very, very similar to her card. So we have our white base here. And this is a vertical card. And let me go back to Night of Navy. I'm going to stamp the back in Night of Navy, and I need to clean my stamp with a chamois. You don't have a chamois? Oh my goodness, you better get one. And you need stamp cases too, because these are so, this is like chamois. I love my chamois. All right, so let me stamp the back. Make sure I'm stamping the back. Paper hug for me. And let me leave that open, but let me just set that off to the side. Now this is going to be a full front card base showing that embossed tree ring folder, the tree ring folder. Okay, so we're going to put that down first. So let me get the glue. When you're putting these down, you do have to make sure that you're putting the right side down, because there's like an embossed, there's like an erased side, and then there's like the other side, like the negative side of that. Okay, so we're going to put this in the center. Good. Just give it a little rub. Get that glue on there so it sticks down pretty good. And then let's mat. Let's do some matting. You're going to have 3 different sizes of Night of Navy cardstock, and you'll know which one goes with which. But we're going to mat that one on there, that one on there, and then the small one is for the sentiment. Okay, so let's get some glue on the back of this one. Oops, get off of there. Okay. I love how this goes so well with Night of Navy. Move that down. So we have that one matted. And then we're going to be using this one on the front. So I want to get some glue on the back of this colorful poinsettia paper. Think about how many cards you can make with a full pack of paper. Or projects. You can also, if you have another project that you're working on, you can certainly do that too. All right, so let me close this up for now. I'm going to put these on with dimensionals. So these are going to pop up a little bit. I think Cindy had them directly on her card, but I'm going to pop mine up. Put one right there. And here, I'm going to put a 3, even though it's smaller. Okay, and then this one, and on this one, you do have to make sure that you're putting your tree right side up, your tree branches. This one's going to kind of go in the middle, but I want to leave about a 1/4 inch between those, so you can see some of that embossing happening. And the last one, you're going to stamp. This one is, just for you. This one's going to be just for you. Like that. And we're going to stamp that one in Night of Navy. So let me ink that up. Make sure it's inked up pretty good. And I love photopolymer. I'll stamp that right in the middle. Perfect. I love it when it's stamped straight and everything's like spot on. Okay. And y'all, I did that, but what y'all didn't see is I actually cut an extra piece in case I messed up. Because I was totally expecting to mess up, and I didn't. So, yay! All right, so I'm going to get some glue on the back of that. And we're going to mat that on the small piece of Night of Navy. Get that in place. All right, now I want to straddle this piece over those two pieces. So you can either use, I think on my tutorials, I say you can use glue. I think I put glue dots, but you can easily use glue. But if you use glue, see how it's kind of spaced apart? Make sure you only put the glue like on the edges. I mean, it's not going to really matter if it goes like in the middle because it's just going to dry up, but that's just part of the instructions. All right, so then we'll kind of straddle that over that. There's already plenty of dimension. I had to stop and look behind me because it literally sounded like somebody was scratching. And then I just remembered that Oreo's in front of me and he's got a pellet. He's got pellet litter in his little litter box. So he's in there using the restroom right now. That's the scratching that I heard. I was like, what in the world? All right, so we got a couple of basic pearls. And we're just going to put one there and one there. And that is going to be it on that card. So that was my sample, and that's the one we just did. And then that is Cindy's card. So I want to thank Cindy for giving me the inspiration to do card number 4. So Cindy, if you're rewatching, thank you so much. All right, so that is actually it. We are done. Let me see if I can put all of these. I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit. So I'm going to see if, because I got to do my little thumbnail. Let's see if I can get all these cards in here. And then we got this one up here. And then the last one I'm going to put down here. Hopefully you can see them. Hopefully. There's that. And then that one. I'd have to change it a little bit. Oh, to move it around a little bit more. There we go. That way you can see. But there you have it. This is going to be the free kit that you get with your order, your online order of $25 or more. Like I said, if it's 50, you're going to get a package of the paper in lieu of a coordinating accessory unless I run out. But I want to thank everybody that joined me today. I want to thank the ladies that sent me their cards because it gave me the inspiration to do this month's class kit to go. You can get the tutorials only. So if you have what you need and you just want measurements and things like that, and you can get the tutorials only. You can get them already made. So if you want the cards and you don't want to make them, you can order them already made. In the event description, you will see the monthly kit options link, and that will tell you, that will send you to my Square account. So it gives you all the options, and you have the option also, if you're taking it to go, to do the add-on. So you can add on the stamp set or the dies or the both of the everything, the bundle. It's totally up to you. But I will catch up on comments. Let's see. Do I have any that I need to look over? Carolyn, let me highlight Carolyn's. When you love both sides of the DSP, the card is great. So she was talking about the first card. So yeah, that I should do that more often, because sometimes covering up the backside of a really pretty piece of DSP, it like hurts my heart. I'm like, oh my God, nobody's ever going to see this other pretty side. And then Terry wants to know, was this your favorite celebration item? Yes, it was. Can you tell? And that's why I have extra packages of this paper, because every time I got something for free, I picked this package of paper. And I have other celebration items that I didn't use, like some of the like literally I have other things, and now I'm wishing I would have gotten more of the paper instead. So yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not going to use that, but I really love this paper. So let's see. All right. I think I'm caught up. I will go back and respond to everybody's comments or their shares or anything like that once we are done. But I just want to thank you all for joining me this Sunday afternoon, wherever you are, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're watching off YouTube, if you haven't already subscribed, you can hit that red subscription button and turn on your bell notifications. That way you know when I go live or I post a video. So thank you all for joining me. Have a great day wherever you are. Stay safe. Make sure you check on your elderly neighbors. But most of all, make sure that you stay crafty. So y'all have a great day. Bye.